Welcome to my channel Phi Concepts CHM. This is the fourth part of the series of Bridge course for TIVA BSc Electronics, where we will see about TTL logic families. Logic families. Digital integrated circuits are mounted on a miniature circuit called as a chip. You will find these kind of chips in our mobile phones, laptops, PCs, etc. Components like transistors, diodes, resistors form integral part of the chip, and they are not individual components connected at the time of assembly. They are already put on a chip. A digital family is a group of compatible devices with the same logic levels and supply voltages. Compatible means that the output of one device can be connected to the input of the other. With the devices of the digital family, one can create a wide variety of logic circuits. Classification of logic families. We can classify the logic families into three types. First is SSI, small scale integration, which refers to less than 12 gates on one chip. Next is MSI, medium scale integration, which refers to 12 to 100 gates per chip. Then LSI, large scale integration, that is more than 100 gates per chip. Again, you can classify logic families into two types. One is the bipolar family and the other is the MOS family. So bipolar families, they are preferred for SSI and MSI as it is faster. Again, here it has three types. One is DTL, diode transistor logic, which is not in use. TTL, transistor logic, which is used in SSI and MSI. ECL, third type, emitter coupled logic. It is fastest of all logic families and used in high speed applications. Second type of logic family is the MOS family. It dominates LSI as MOSFETs require smaller surface area. Here it has, again, it is divided into three types. One is the PMOS, that is P channel MOSFET. It is the oldest family and not in use. Second is NMOS, N channel MOSFET. It is used in LSI, microprocessors and memories. Third is CMOS, complementary MOSFET. It is the most popular one. It has low power consumption. It is used in calculators. In this course, we will be studying about the working of the TTL NAND gate, that is IC 7400, about that IC. And also you will study about the TTL NOR gate. You can see that in this circuit, the circuit is made up of transistors, many transistors connected. We can see here that the inputs are applied to a particular transistor. A and B are connected to the emitter of a transistor. This transistor that you see is a multi-emitter transistor, which is of this kind. So this is an NPN transistor, NPN. So this N and P, NP, this forms a PN junction diode. Same way here, this P and N forms a PN junction diode, which is shown in this diagram. Okay, so this emitter diode. This emitter diode is shown here. Same way there is a second emitter diode which is shown here, and this PN is also shown as a PN junction diode. So if any input is low, here you are going to apply the inputs A or B, A and B. So if any of the input is low, that is you are applying a low voltage to the emitter. You are applying a low voltage here to the N side. Then what will happen? This diode will be forward biased. Okay. So this base emitter junction, this is the base and this is the emitter. The base emitter junction will be forward biased, and when it is forward biased, that means the transistor will be able to conduct. It will become on. Okay. So depending upon the inputs that you apply here to A and B, depending upon that this transistor will be on or off. Okay. And later on we can understand that this transistor is again connected to various transistors. Okay, so depending upon this inputs A and B, this transistor will be turned on or off, and the rest of the circuit will work accordingly. Okay. So these are some of the basics that you should know before we start with this chapter. These are some of the e-resources that you can refer. These are the this is a question that you can attempt. Thank you for watching this video.